It is a gloomy day here in Bloomington, Indiana at Jerry Yeagley Field as the Indiana Hoosiers are getting ready to host the Nebraska Cornhuskers in one of their final 3 games of the season, trying to fight for a spot into the Big Ten tournament. Hello, everyone, and welcome into today's broadcast. I'm Griffin Weinberg. Alongside me is David Sugarman. Take a look at the weather radar. Not looking good for us up here, but not even good for the players down on the field, David.
Yeah, 60% chance of rain. It's coming down a little bit right now. It's really not supposed to stop in Bloomington until the late afternoon, so certainly going to have to brave the elements today.
And the Hoosiers, with their last time out on Thursday, picked up a big win against the Iowa Hawkeyes and continuing to fight to get back into the Big Ten tournament. For more on how much that victory meant for this team, let's go down to the third member of our team, Alex Emhoff.
Really good credit for Nebraska. I mean, on the road in Big Ten country, had blown a 2-0 lead just like that, but was able to stay tough. And boy, that overtime finish was exciting.
Wow, that was amazing. You know, it was in the 97th minute. Purdue had a free kick on the left flank, and they were able to get it in. It was Catherine Hawes who was able to get in the cross, hit off Vanessa Corliss, put it in the goal, but she was called offsides. And immediately, Nebraska was able to come back quickly with a chance, and just as they do right now, here's Haley Hansen, marked closely by the freshman Hannah Nemeth. Really nifty move to get around the freshman. Sends the cross inside. She's got a couple of teammates off ahead of one. There's Justine Lynn, who was able to clear it out. Now Chandra Davidson looking to run up. She's got Maya Piper. Kayla Smith, Macy Miller are up ahead. Yeah, after that goal from Maya Piper, really, you mentioned that Michaela Brown look, but after that, Annalie Leitner, she had 2 really nice looks that were back-to-back. One of them was on goal, and then another one of her shots, I think it hit off her knee and then went just right above the goalpost. So she was able to get a couple good looks, but the offense was a little bit stale, and Amy Burberry was not happy with her team's performance after that matchup, saying that, you know, we were upset that we couldn't get the shutout, but she also didn't think that her team played very well. So, I mean, right now they're not really getting any good looks either, but everything else on the defensive side seems to be piecing together. No,
and you expect that from Mayberry. She's right. The team didn't play particularly well overall, even though they came out with the win. But it's almost Popovich-like that. They're up 1-0 at halftime, and if you remember, she was not pleased in that halftime interview. You would have thought they were down 2-0.
Exactly, you know, and you got to love that from a little bit of a coach. You know, the fact that even when your team's in the lead, you mentioned like Greg Popovich, it's like Nick Saban, too, at Alabama. Even when his team's up 50, there's 10 seconds to go, he still wants to get another touchdown.
Exactly. Well, the best thing you can do is, I don't know if Amy Burberry would go this far, but I think it was Nick Saban who said the praise that the media gives his players is like rat poison. I don't know if I would go that far. I think a little bit of positive reinforcement, even if it's from the media, can go a long way. But I think Amy Burberry, she has the right attitude, and she's not going to let the score fool her players. Yes, we're up 1-0, and there are things we can do, but obviously there's a lot of improvement to be made.
Here's Haley Hansen now with a cross. Nemeth is able to get a foot on it. Megan Scott does not clear it up. She's going to try to battle and send this one, but this one quickly taken it back. Here's Vegas trying to find her teammate at the far side, Amanda McClanahan, but nothing there. Goal kick coming up for the Hoosiers. Back to your point, David, I think that one of the bigger struggles for the Hoosiers in that, as we see a substitution now come on here for the Hoosiers, Sydney Kilgore checking in for Macy Miller. One of the biggest struggles is that Indiana doesn't really have that one go-to dynamic player that can get things done. I've mentioned it a lot, especially last year, but when you had the men's team and they had Tanner Thompson, you put the ball in his feet, the defense for the opposing team just collapses. They get scared. It's, oh no, what are they going to do? Indiana doesn't really have that player where they're lethal enough where they're going to make the defense think twice about what they want to do. They have great goal scorers in Chandra Davidson and Maya Piper, and they have a really good player here in the sophomore Sydney Kilgore, but there's not one true difference maker, and that's what the Hoosiers have been looking for the past few seasons. Piper, who was hoping to have a teammate in the box as that one cleared back up. Megan Scott keeps it in play. Ball being bounced around. Now here's Caroline Dreyer. Nice little move. Ankle breaker. Looks like it's a deflection now. Corner kick coming up for the Hoosiers.
What a nifty little spin there by Dreyer, and really made it look easy, almost walking as she did it. That was a nice little spin, and now Indiana with their first really good scoring opportunity of the day, the first corner of the afternoon.
Hey, can we get that in slow motion? I don't know if we have the replay of that, but that was just beautiful. In the meantime, here's the cross sent in by Justine Lynn. Off the head of one Husker defender. Kilgore comes down with it. Shot with the right foot. Deflected away by Mira Montez, and now the Huskers looking to push it up. Going up ahead, Kayla Smith misplayed it. So now here's Hansen. She has Kylie Kirk in front of her. 2 teammates coming up. Shot with the right foot, and that one a save made by the freshman goalie. And Michaela Brown, who has a shot on goal in 4 of the last 5 matches, 12 shots during that span. Maybe Burberry would love to see some of the year-end magic that Michaela Brown had last year carry over to this season.
You see Indiana keeping up this pressure. They didn't do this really at all on last Thursday against Iowa, and they just started the last few minutes, and now they're rewarded for it.
Yeah, the high press working for the Hoosiers. Michaela Brown looked like she was trying to find her teammate on the far side. Couldn't do so. They control possession back in the midfield, and that first touch just a little bit too much for Kylie Kirk. Let's see what Huber can do. She's got one defender in front of her to beat. It's Nemeth. Move past her. Hoping to fire a shot with the left foot, and that one flies to the left of the net. I think that's a big difference that you've been seeing between the two teams today. When Indiana, they have numbers, they're trying to push it up. Instead of someone trying to make a move, they end up making that one extra pass to try to get it off to their teammates. For Nebraska, they have more skill players where they're going to go ahead and try to make moves and get off any shot, and they're not scared in those 1-on-3 defending situations.
Well, you said it. It's a product of their identity. Nebraska, like you said, just has more skilled one-on-one playmakers. Indiana knows that they need to be a little bit more of a team game, essentially, especially on the front line if they're going to score.
Here's Haley Hansen trying to send in a low cross. Kylie Kirk there to stop it. Scott was hoping to knock it out of play, but Chandra Davidson says no. 19 looking up to push, and a nice sliding move there in the midfield. Hoosiers now looking to run it back. Here's Melanie Forbes with her first touch, and there's Abby Allen now at the far side. She sends a cross in. There's Chandra Davidson, but she's not able to get right up there. Beautiful look there for the Hoosiers.
And going back to Kopel, I've been thinking about it throughout the first half. Is that's the first time she's had a more traditional goal kick where she boots it all the way to about mid-pitch. Do you think that's a product of anything to do with the weather, or at some point they're just trying to control what they can and have possession for a little bit longer rather than having to head it and fight for it and maybe lose it again?
Well, before we get to that, let's see if Chandra Davidson can make something happen off a cross. No, she cannot. Another goal kick comes up. While I did that, I also licked my finger, put it up in the air to try to measure which way the wind is going. I believe it's a left to right movement. And if that is true, David, then that would mean that the ball would not be in favor of Bethany Kopel sending it down the pitch. So I could see why she might want to just have a low pass to give it off to Kylie Kirk every single time that she has a goal kick, because she's got a boot. She can put it down there if she really wants to, but with the wind, you don't want to affect it with the chance that the ball would stay in the offensive zone for the Huskers. Kylie Kirk taken away by Huber. She's got one defender to beat. It's the freshman Hannah Nemeth. Fires up with the left foot, deflected off of Nemeth. Haley Hansen now, one-on-one with the freshman. Beautiful sliding play by Nemeth. This one's going to end up as a corner kick. Gotta love the play from 15 in white. We understand if you want to switch the channel to the weather radar, but please try to stick with us, as this should be an exciting finish here at Jerry Egley Field as the corner kick comes in. Looks like it might have gone off the hand or the arm of Kayla Smith, but no matter what, it's going to be deflected. It's going to be a Nebraska Husker throw-in.
Come on, Griff. People have weather apps. No need to switch from us.
Hey, they might be watching on their phones or their iPads. I don't know what people are doing.
That's true.
There's too much technology in today's day and age. Beautiful move by Hansen to get past Lynn. She's on the inside, shot with the right foot, has a teammate and cleared up by Kirk. Hansen once again with the right foot, off of Kirk once again. In a battle in between the box, Macy Miller takes that one away from Huber. Huber sticking with it. And that one's going to be deflected off of 26 in red, so this one's going to be Hoosier ball. The label's going to have the throw-in. Or not. It's Pujato.
A little bit trickery.
Yeah. It's getting near Halloween, right? Trick or treat?
Oh, God. Got anything in mind? I mean, I guess we're mid-October. I'll give you that. Mid-ish. What today's the 5th? No, I'm not sure what today's date is. It's the middle of October. It's the 15th. It is. All right, I'll give you that much.
It's getting close, as Alexis Rinks was called offside. I think we're a little bit old to be celebrating Halloween. Don't you think, David? Don't you think we should give that up?
I don't, and I think the Hoosiers are going to try and maybe, I don't know, give the Cornhuskers a scare late here in the game.
I'm going to stop this before it
I'll
goes
see
any
myself
further.
out.
Before it goes any further, I'm going to quit this. Here's Michaela Brown off the pass from Kilgore. Nice move. She's got one-on-none. Michaela Brown, the equalizer, number 4, and we're tied late in the second half. If you're just joining us now, with the score tied 1-1, Michaela Brown was able to get the equalizer to go back in the 72nd minute, but the scoring started today with a beautiful goal by Haley Hansen back in the 17th minute in the first half. These two teams tied, continuing to fight to get into the Big Ten tournament. Is Maya Piper now inside the 18 with one defender around her. She has Kayla Smith on the inside, cleared up. Here's Melanie Forbes, though, who's able to keep it in the Hoosiers' possession. Caroline Dreyer going nowhere. Would have been offsides if any of the Hoosiers would have touched it. And the pop fly caught by Quarter. Nebraska, IU tied at 1-1. Haley Hansen making a nice move immediately to get past Megan Scott inside the box, sending across off the hands of Kopel. And this one, a chance, and that one right back into Kopel. It was Elise Huber on the inside, off of her chest, but Kopel in the perfect spot at the right time.
How fitting would have that been? Huber had the game winner in Nebraska's last game in overtime at Purdue. That one just would have been bad luck. Kopel does a great job of knocking it down. It would have been right place, right time for Huber. Good job by Kopel.
The Hoosiers immediately on the counterattack. Michaela Brown defended by a trio of Husker defenders, and that one quickly taken away by McClanahan. There's Maya Piper. She takes that one away. And we are getting things started off hot here at the first overtime session.
You know, we saw this at the beginning of the second half. It was Nebraska who really set the pace right away, showed a sense of urgency, leading 1-0 at that point. Same deal here at the beginning of overtime.
Huber moving in, a nice pass to Meg Brandt now on the far side of the box. Kylie Kirk, the lone defender, sends one in, and I believe it was deflected off of Kirk, so now a corner kick coming up here for the Huskers.
More excitement in the last few minutes of regulation in here and in overtime than we saw maybe the first 60 or 70 minutes or so.
I think my heart rate jumped about 50 points. Is it points? You say it's 50 beats. 50 beats. That's why I'm a broadcaster. I don't do medicine
We have
stuff.
more important things at hand right now.
Under 15 to go. One last chance push for Nebraska. Haley Hansen has the ball. Nutmeg Nemeth to get past one. Here's Huber now. She has a chance inside. One teammate. The shot just misses the net. You cannot ask for a better look from Nebraska in the final seconds of the first overtime, but it's going to be another one here at Bloomington, David.
Man, oh man.
Here's Michaela Brown now. She scored back in the 72nd minute to equalize. She has Sydney Kilgore running up, and here's the sophomore. Caroline Bilt, the lone defender, around 24 in white, trying to make the move to get past 17. Beautiful defense by Bilt. Still challenging for the ball, and Bilt wins the challenge. Now here's Brown. Brown showing her speed. Two teammates up ahead. She gets the pass off. Here's Kilgore now inside the box. One defender to beat. Sends the cross. Maya Piper is here. Marked closely. The Husker defenders around. Now here's Chandra Davidson with the right foot. She fires it off. Batted down by Quarter.